Hey everybody, welcome back to Atomic Hillbilly Garage. If you have been following my channel at all for any period of time, you know that I'm working on my D100 pickup truck, also working on a D100 shop truck that I'm trying to put a Crown Vic front suspension underneath. Now, doing the Crown Vic swap, I announced this in one of my videos that look wasn't what I was going for my personal truck that I'm building, my show truck eventually, I guess. But anyways, we went to Bowling Green, Kentucky recently for the Holly Mo Party show, and QA1 was set up there. And so, what did I do? I went ahead and ordered my front end kit from QA1. Now, QA1 bought out Gerst, which was, you know, another guy that had perfected this bolt-in kit for the D100 pickup truck. So they were offering a 10% discount the day of the sale, or the day of the show, my bad, and I went ahead and ordered it. Now, I have heard some people say that, hey, it takes 10, 12, 16 weeks to get these kits. And at the show, they did say that it would take probably 6 to 8 weeks. And when I actually placed the order on the phone, they said 10 to 12. Literally a week later, they called me, said, hey, your kit's together and it's in the mail and it'll be there soon. And voila, here it all is. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to basically unbox everything, inspect everything, check the quality of everything, make sure that everything arrived without damage, and just let you see it all and check it out. Future video, we will put this in my truck. Stay tuned. So on the screen here, that is my truck. That's my personal truck that I owned and drove for many years before I took it apart. Now, had I only known then what I know now, you can kind of see here where I had rubbed it out a little bit. That was the perfect patina truck. But when I took the truck apart and started restoring it, patina really wasn't a word at that particular point in time. But she would have made a perfect patina truck. Very little rust on that truck when I took it apart. But anyways, that's the one that this front end is going to go underneath. So let's start opening up some goodies and see what we got in here. Don't know what any of these are. Kind of suspect the big one is the cross member. And this one I'm suspecting is probably the rack, the power rack. And all the boxes really don't appear to have any damage from shipping. The big one, it's got a couple war spots in the corner, but overall looks really good. Got an invoice in there that I can't read because I ain't got my glasses on. Some bubble wrap. Maybe my coilovers. Yep, this looks like one of the coilovers. Ooh. Childproof. So it's got to come out this way. Ta-da! Here's one of my shocks. Nicely packaged, all the hardware. And I went with the single adjustable. Double adjustables were an option. And between the guys at QA1 and some of my buddies, they all said, single adjustable is going to suit your needs, since basically it's just a street truck. You're not drag racing it, not taking it on a road course. So I opted for the single adjustable. There's one, obviously two, same thing, looks great. Hey, some stickers. It all looks good. Let's see what else we got in here. Mystery parts that I don't know what they're for yet, but I'm sure I will. And let me tell you this, that QA1 phone service and response time, fantastic. No complaints there whatsoever. They were right on top of things, returned my call. They called me to let me know the kit was done, let me know the kit was in the mail. So absolutely zero complaints with QA1's what's the word I'm looking for?
Customer service.
Customer service, there you go. And that's one of my coils. See it? QA1 made in the USA. That is fantastic. Love that. inspect the other one here. Now I do know that as far as delivery time, I think I lucked out. Because the customer service rep that talked to me on the phone, he did say that a lot of the car front suspensions were behind schedule. So I would think there's more car kits being ordered than there are truck kits. Now, let me see if I can get this thing up out of here. Let's see. This one is actually, oh, there we go. So this is my power rack. Again, everything looks good. It was packaged by itself, so there was nothing in there to damage it during shipping. At least inside this box, it was packaged by itself. So that's a good thing. Looks great. All right, that was all the contents of that box. Let's check this one. I don't know what this is, but it's heavy, so I suspect maybe my spindles. And I did order for now just the basic kit. They offered the kit with the Willwood disc brakes, and I did not go with that simply because, you know, I'm not ready to put this together to a driving mode. And I didn't want to order, you know, an extra $1,000 plus worth of parts and not put it together and find out if it was good or if there was a defect. So I just felt for myself it was better to wait to see, you know, make sure, one, I'm making the right direction, and two, you know, I want to do four-wheel disc brakes on my truck. The QA1 didn't offer the rear conversion for the 8 3/4 for the Mopar. And so, you know, he was honest enough to say, hey, you know, you want to talk to Willwood directly about your questions on that stuff, you know, and make sure that you, because I want everything to match front and back. I didn't want mismatched brakes from the front to the back. So I'll order all that downstream from now. So these are my spindles in this box. And again, I went with the 5 to 6 inch drop for my truck. You know, I want it down, not on the ground, but I want it to be very low and have a much cooler hot rod stand. So I'm hoping, you know, eventually the fender will be pretty much at the top of my tires, whatever my tires are that I wind up going with somewhere downstream, who knows. But again, these look good. They're heavy duty. So these are marked right and left, so there's no confusion on those when you're putting the kit together. And again, on these, kind of curious how I preserve this. So I guess I'll reach out to QA1 and see if they have any kind of finish on them right now. If not, then I'll probably clear coat them just to kind of preserve the finish on these things, or I don't know, whatever the other options are. All right, looks like maybe my control arms. All right, so wow, beautifully packaged here. Take a look at the quality of that packaging job. That's fantastic. And they're clearly marked passenger right, driver left. So I would like to take them up out of there. Just for a visual. And put my eyeballs back on. They look awesome in the packaging. Yeah, that is great way that they package these up so they arrive damage free. Same thing, looks great. And I will be, guys, very soon putting this together in my truck. So I'm going to put it in, basically make sure everything works, make sure I've got everything marked and the holes that I need, and then take it back apart because you know, I need to get my frame sandblasted and painted or powder coated, whatever direction I choose to go there. So definitely check back or watch my videos, subscribe, because again, I'm anxious to get this together and find out how this goes in, and I'll be doing a complete video on the installation of this. So those were obviously the lower control arms. Same thing here, beautiful packing job. This looks like the upper control arms. And same thing, they just did a great job packing these in here. Nice. Some of the wrapping tore, but doesn't affect anything, and I'm sure it's tore because of the bleeder screws. The cap kind of popped off of that one, probably part of the packing process. Everything looks great. Now, the moment of truth, the big kahuna. And these are taped and stapled. This is the weight on these things. Whoa. Excellent packing job. More goodies within the goodies. Oh, Kimoto. Let's see what we got here. Watch this installation on YouTube. Watch this installation on my YouTube. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. All right, this is just more of the front end components here. Again, don't know exactly what everything is just yet, but we'll figure it out. That box is crushed a little bit, but doesn't look like it hurt the contents at all. So we got the tie rods, washers, all kinds of goodies in there. So have to see what that's all about. Bracketry. This could have been packaged just a little bit nicer, but it did arrive without damage or scratching, so that's good. But now the knuckle, chrome-plated knuckle, that's just flopping around in there by itself, so I wish they would have wrapped that. But again, doesn't appear to have any damage on it at all. And another one, same thing, just popping around in there, unpackaged. So really wish they would have taken some time on those. And again, I don't even know what all this stuff is. Okay, that's the shaft for my steering. So that's cool. That included in the kit. The knuckles are included in the kit. So that should give me enough right there to get my steering column modified to reach the power rack on this thing. So that's cool. I thought I might have to go out and buy that stuff. To be honest with you, I didn't really, you know, find out like a detailed list of what all was included with this kit. I mean, I knew the majority of the stuff was coming. So more, I don't know what they are. So, future will tell. And these are engraved QA1. That's kind of cool. They look like they're good. Maybe some minor imperfections in the finish. But overall, they look good. I think that's all that was in there. So those are in there. What else was in there? This box was in there. So keep all this stuff together.
Bracket.
Bracket. More instructions telling you to watch this on my YouTube channel. All right. Big bag of nuts, bolts, washers. All kinds of goodies in there. And there's the cross member. Excellent, excellent packing job. Now the rep at QA1, you know, because I did voice my concern that this thing needed to arrive without damage or scratches, and he said part of their process actually is they package these and mail them to themselves and inspect them at their homes to see if they had any damage or there were areas that they could improve on when the package arrives at their house. So they do that trial testing on their own, which is cool. Because, as you know, shippers can be brutal. And let's see. This is for my buddy Joe. I am not an animal. I kill myself. All right. Oh. So one of the complaints that I heard from people online, and not necessarily about QA1, just about some of the other kits that are out there and some of the guys that are doing the kits, is the quality of the welds. And the welds on this, I'm not a welder, but the welds on this all look extremely professional. There are a couple of teeth marks here. Looks like something gouged into the powder coating there a little bit. So let me flip it over. God! Oh. Okay, so with my inspection here, other than these two teeth marks over here on this piece right here, everything looks good. I'm going to inspect these a little better, make sure it's not down to raw metal, because the last thing I want is this being exposed to the raw metal and making it rust. So, you know, worst case, maybe I can go in there and just touch it up a little bit. I hate to try to send it back for such a small imperfection, but don't know what that was caused by, but I would suspect maybe if they have a mechanical arm that moves these things because of the weight. I don't know. Again, I'm just throwing a guess out there. But let me put this back down in the box because it's wanting to crush the box. All right, guys, so upon inspection, everything looks great. One little flaw on the cross member that was in the video. Packaging, fantastic. Arrival time, fantastic. Quality of everything looks fantastic. So zero complaints there. You know, again, we'll look at that little flaw, see what we can work out about that. But one thing I want to mention really is the knowledge base of the QA1 guys. The guy that was at the show was very knowledgeable, had pretty much every answer to every question that I asked him without conferring with somebody else or referring to a book or anything of that nature. So the only thing that he did say that you know, wasn't huge, but it could have been if I came home and started working on my truck right away based on our conversation, was that I would not use the motor mounts that were on my factory truck frame, that I would have mounts included with this somehow because he asked specifically what engine I was going to go with, which again, my plans are a Gen 3 Hemi. So after I placed my initial order and paid for it on the phone, about an hour later, I thought, the guy didn't ask me about what engine I'm running, so I better call him back and make sure we're on, you know, on track there. Now the rep at the show, actually, he wrote down a bunch of information, so they had that, but I just wanted to be safe, so I called the guy back and he said, nope, you use your factory engine mounts on that with your 5.7 or your, you know, 6.2 Gen 3 Hemis, big blocks, small blocks, whatever you're going to do, you use your factory mounts for these kits. So guys, that's it, man. That's everything that has arrived so far. Now it did come 2 days. You know, I think I got 2 packages one day and 2 the next, and that was it. And so as far as I know, that's everything that I've ordered. Now again, I didn't get any rotors because that was all part of the Willwood kit. So I can go down to my local auto parts store and buy any rotors that fit these Mustang 2 spindles and at least get it on the ground and rolling around for now. That's probably going to be the direction I take. Or if I have something that might fit them laying around and I don't have to spend any money, bonus above and beyond that. But gonna put this in the truck very soon, I promise, because I don't want it laying here and find out that there's going to be a problem in the future. So check back, subscribe, like, comment, share, hit the notification button, do all that to continue to help my channel to grow. And definitely, let's get this baby underneath my truck. See you real soon.